made it through my workout, and man, oh man, I tell you, that Stairmaster be hitting. So shout out to them folks that be doing it, because starting out, you know. Now I still haven't taken my hands off the handles yet. I ain't not there yet, but slow and steady wins the race. Always remember that. Slow and steady wins the race. But yeah, 30 minutes on that bad boy, and you gonna feel it. And definitely got my sweat on today, and the pain was there, and I loved every bit of it. Call me crazy, but loved every bit of it. I was thinking when I was in there doing my workout, something popped in my head. And so this is for all the football fans out there, football lovers. And this took place, I'm trying to think what years it took place. It was definitely in like the 90s when these guys were playing. But two particular football icons, and we'll call them legends because that's literally what they are. Ray Lewis and Peyton Manning. When these two would go against each other, their teams would play, the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. And one of the things that I definitely loved about Peyton Manning, of course, except for when he was playing my team, was his ability to be able to change at the line of scrimmage. I think he was one of the best to do it. And if you ever go back and watch some of those highlights of games that he had, oh my goodness. This man was definitely a master, and Ray Lewis could definitely tell you. I remember listening to an interview that those two had, and Peyton Manning said by far Ray Lewis was the hardest person to plan for, because he could change up at the line of scrimmage like a lot. And usually he was pretty good about tricking the defense. Really good. When I tell you he was a master, y'all, he was a master. He was a master. I don't care what anybody says to me, he was the best to do it. But Peyton Manning had said in the interview that they asked him, like, what defense gave him the most problems? And he said it was Ray Lewis. He's like, because he says, I would try to change up a play, and it was like, I felt like they knew what I was going to do. Like, that is probably the worst thing in a quarterback's mind that can go on, is thinking the defense knows the play. Because it doesn't matter whether it's on 1, 2, or 3. The play is going to blow up either way. And so the fact that he would try to change the play, they call them audibles. So not the books, not the audio books, but audible was like they would have the play in mind when they get up to the line of scrimmage before hiking the ball. And you'll see, like, the quarterback's looking around and he's calling out, like, blue 42, like a little classic line. And so he's looking at the defense, seeing what they're doing. And so if something doesn't look right in his mind, hold up, he'll say something and try to change up the play and confuse the defense is what he would try to do. And I'm telling you, there were so many times you could tell the defense was like looking up at each other, like, what is he talking about? What is he doing? Boom. And a lot of times it was just to get the first down, or it was to get the go-ahead score. But he was so good at it. He was so good at it. But Ray Lewis, now look, they both studied film like no other, But Ray Lewis definitely took it to another level. To me, and this is just my opinion, y'all, I felt like Ray Lewis was one of the best defensive minds out there. And, going back, I listened to a lot of his, speeches and stuff like that. But, man, just that he talks about it too, the effort, and not letting anybody outwork him on the field. That's just how he was. But, man, you was in for a treat when you got to see those two teams go up against each other. Oh, man. It was a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty. And I loved watching every bit of it. Every bit of it. But, just to show you how good Peyton Manning was, there was it was a Monday Night Football game, I'll never forget it. And I was in high school. And they were playing in Well, dang, they're playing for that to happen. But anyways, we're gonna continue the video. Anyways, they were playing in Florida. They were playing in Tampa, and the team was down. The Colts were down. I don't know how they were down by a lot. And I remember watching the game with my brothers, and my mom came in. It was so funny. My mom had came in. She said, "What are you guys doing?" We were like watching the game, and so she said, "Well, who's winning?" And at the time, one of my brothers, he was a fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's like, "Oh, Tampa's winning." He's like, "Yeah," and the Colts are getting blown out. And my mom was like, "Oh, well, the game's over." She's like, "Well, good night. I'm going to bed." Y'all, do you know this man? This man, Peyton Manning. I don't know how much they were down by a lot. One of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen. I couldn't believe it. My brother definitely couldn't believe it. He was devastated. He tried to tell my mom that he jinxed it, that she jinxed his team. It was so funny. It was so funny. But yeah, he brought him all the way back, and they won. And I believe these were the defending champs at the time too. So that was what made it even more interesting. The fact that it was a road game, and Manning took him in there. Drove him all the way back from defeat to victory. Just like that. So, the master of the audible. Man. But if you get a chance, definitely watch him. Definitely watch those highlights from Peyton Manning. I'm pretty sure there's compilations out there for like audibles of Peyton Manning. But he was the best to do it. The best to do it by far. So, anyways, till next time, and get this thing fixed. This mount. Talk to you guys later. Peace.